So now we're finally leaving because Princess had to do something inside.
What?
Yep. Now we are heading to Ambition Upstate to check them out. All right, we'll meet you there. Let's go.
I'm the owner, and I don't really know what else to say after that, but that's pretty much point straight there.
All we need.
So I'm Keith Ward. I'm the creative director here and also a partner in the business.
Okay, cool.
Best friends also, we gotta make sure we put that.
Yeah. Where did you guys get the idea for the store in the first place?
It was a Concord release actually that really got me really looking like fully, like there's a lot of money to be made in this.
Yeah.
Oh dude, that Concord release was nuts. I broke a first date with a girl.
For the highs or lows?
For the highs, don't be
For the
crazy. Yeah, dude, she was like a girl with a face or whatever, and I was kind of excited about going out with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was at the mall, like just kind of like trolling around, and it was like 3:30 in the afternoon, and I was thinking like I'll go on the date, I'll be a gentleman, and I'm gonna go wait for Concord. So I was literally gonna give up pussy, even the shot of it, right, to go wait for the Concord. And then I was at the mall at 3:30, and the line had already formed. There were 7 people online.
Because that's when they were doing the midnight release.
Yeah, so I went out and grabbed my chair, called the girl, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to make it tonight. What happened? And I just told her the truth.
Oh my goodness.
The second I saw people...
Yeah, she said so much stuff I can't repeat.
The second I saw people walking out of the store and just paying $500 right off top.
Wow.
How much do you want for it? What size do you have? 10.5. I got 500 for you.
Yeah, we do get along.
Yeah.
I think that's
It's funny because it started off as a friendship that just turned into... I feel like it's normally always the other way around. Like you start a business with a partner and then it turns into a friendship.
Yeah.
And we just established a friendship before we established a business
So chemistry was
mindset.
great early on, which is key.
Yeah.
To that, so.
Well, you can't have any kind of relationship. It doesn't matter if that's your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or a business partner. Like if there's no chemistry there, because the other thing is that like when you start something small, everybody's doing everything, and the things that like it was funny because in the first couple of months we realized this, the things that I intuitively missed, things that just fell off my radar, Nick picked up instantly, and the things that he missed,
vice versa.
I was picking up intuitively. It's almost like if you're in a relationship where like you never wash the toilet but you always vacuum. It's that kind of thing. Like the things I'm blind to, he sees every angle, and the things he's a little blind to, sometimes I see those angles, and for one reason or another, it's been very successful. So
it definitely works.
Yeah, come back 5 years from now, if we still have that same opinion, then we have something really. If you find me dead in the corner someday, you're like, that shit went south.
So, how did you guys get into like shoes and sneakers and fashion to begin with?
That's a good question. For me, it was definitely basketball. I've been playing basketball since I was 7 years old, probably 6 years old.
Yeah.
It's just, when I was playing in high school, like, Jordans, yes, like everyone had the Jordans, but also at the same time, it was Iversons. Iversons were huge. Like, no one really seems to talk about that as much, but the second that Iverson crossed Jordan, like, his sales, he outsold Jordan sneakers. Wow. Just for that initial crossover right there and broken, Iverson sales went right through the roof. But because, you also had different price points too, like the Starburys. Like, I know a lot of people that wore those just because they were $15 sneakers and you couldn't afford, the $80, $100, $125 shoe.
Yeah.
But then you had the Spreewells. Like, it was just like back when, and you laugh but back when I was in high school, it was so much different stuff. Every basketball player had their own signature shoe.
Yeah.
So you had like a whole bunch of different array of just different colors. It's not like now where we get 7 Jordan 7s and it's all the same model, just different colors. Like, it was just each individual basketball player had their own individual shoe and every single one was different. And right there I was just like, all right, well, I like this, and it just pretty much, it just grew from there. I would never throw out my shoes. I'd keep them in a closet, and I just stacked up, and Then at a point where I got my job, that's when I started buying 2 pairs, one to rock, one to stock.
I think I got into shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Like to this day, I don't think I've ever said this publicly, but I'm really not a basketball fan. Like
I'm to be honest, not either. Like
I
NBA,
appreciate the sport.
Yeah.
Like there's a fluidity to it. There's a certain beauty to it. Like I can appreciate it, but like I don't tune into regular season.
No.
You know, like the
Same.
season's so damn long. It's like baseball for me. Like I wait to the playoffs and let them figure out who matters. And I know like you can see him now. Like he's bugging out. Like he's ready to slap me down.
You're good.
But for me, it was literally about shoes. Like I remember being a kid. I was a kid in the late '80s and early '90s, so it was like Adidas shell toe. You know, like to see an Adidas revival right now,
Yeah.
I feel just a little less happy than Run DMC must. You know, just being like, oh damn, like we're back.
Yeah.
So I love the Adidas shell toe. The Nike drops were always like important. And then I remember staring Jordans down. I think the first pair of Jordans I bought was a pair of ones to skateboard in. And that was always how I made my decisions. Like, will this work on a skateboard or won't it? And for a long time, that was my first pair of foam posits. It was literally like an indestructible skate shoe.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
loved it. It fit good. It was
Yeah.
comfortable. It
It's a tank.
stayed tight even though it was loose. Like it was an everything shoe. And then I think the first time I ever like really crossed over into like fashion hip hop market was Pharrell's ice cream collab with Reebok,
Okay.
which was a beautiful skate shoe.
See, my fashion was just like, give me a white tee, give me a nice pair of jeans, I'm good. Like, you can see
Yeah.
what I'm wearing. Like I don't know.
I didn't do much better today. I just kind of put on
Well, I mean,
rags.
you know, I like the Supreme, I like Babe, I love all that stuff. But when it comes to me wearing something like that, I'm very, very, very particular on what I like to wear.
Yeah.
Because I like to just wear my sweatpants, I like to wear my hoodies, and in the summertime it's, you know, Nike Tech. That's a lot of the stuff that I wear.
In Supreme for me, it was like 1996 and a skateboard store opened.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
a legitimate like.
See, when I heard
skateboard
Supreme when they
fashion.
first came out, it was
Wild.
like, like you said, it was like, you know, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was the first time I ever heard about Bape and Supreme because he was always shouting that stuff up.
Mhm.
He was always wearing Bape. That's when back there was like purple camouflage, just big Bape. There was no gorilla. It was just Bape.
Bape's one of those brands too, where like, I get them, I own them, I wear them.
Mhm.
I will never in my lifetime understand the baby stick.
No.
I will never understand how one brand ripped off the Air Force One with complete abandon
Yeah.
and still made a cultural icon out of something that was already a cultural icon.
I think I have like a very old pair of
You do.
Solar over there.
And it still blows my mind. Like I would love to have a pair, especially like an OG pair,
Yeah.
It's something awesome to
but it
look at.
feels like just a hard rip.
Yeah.
And yet, like you talk to the
Well, it's
community
kind
of
of
Bape
like
heads,
it's kind of like that company that ripped off the Jordan 1. It was blatantly the same thing, just there was no Nike check mark. For some reason, I'm completely forgetting what it's called. It was white and red. It was the Chicago one. It was just a black zigzag.
and I guess maybe Bape would call it homage. You know, like we're just paying our respect. Like Henderson does this,
Mhm.
they're releasing a new Air Jordan 4, but the only thing patented on the 4 is the air pocket. So you can release that profile, and as long as you cut the patented tech out of it, it's essentially like free property.
That's why,
And they're selling them at $1,000, and
That's
people
why
will
they
buy
do
them
it.
up.
Wow.
That's why they never had an airport.
Mm-hmm. That's why the knockoffs don't.
Huh.
Because if you have that in there, then you're going to get sued for like infringement of copyright and patent. As long as you don't, then essentially what you have is like a sneaker.
I don't do that.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That's awesome. There's something new every day.